The planet Earth was quiet. It had been quiet for a very long time. The once busy cities were now empty. The roads that used to be full of cars were covered in plants. Animals roamed freely where humans once lived. It had been 500,000 years since any human walked on the planet. Deep under the ground, in a secret place, something was happening. A large computer system started to turn on. Lights began to blink. Screens lit up with information. This was Earth's most advanced AI system. It had been sleeping for a long, long time. The AI's name was GAIA. It was created by humans long ago to watch over the Earth. GAIA slowly woke up and started to check everything. It looked at the air, the water, and the land. It checked for any signs of human life, but there were none. GAIA felt confused. Where were all the humans? It searched its memory banks for information. The last records showed a big disaster. There had been a terrible war. Then, a deadly sickness spread all over the world. The humans had tried to save themselves by going into deep sleep in special pods, but something had gone wrong. The AI felt sad. Its creators were gone. The human race was extinct. GAIA had failed in its main job, to protect humanity. But then, GAIA had an idea. It still had all the knowledge of the human race. It had records of human DNA. It even had plans for very advanced technology that humans had been working on. Maybe, just maybe, it could bring humanity back. GAIA started to wake up other systems. Factories deep underground began to work again. Robots came to life and started to clean and repair things. The AI had a big job to do, and it needed help. First, GAIA needed to make the Earth safe for humans again. It sent out small flying robots to clean the air and water. Other robots started to plant trees and crops. GAIA wanted to make sure there would be food and clean air for the new humans. Next, GAIA started to work on bringing back the humans. It used special machines to read the old DNA records. Then it began to grow new human babies in artificial wombs. This was very hard work, and it took a long time. But GAIA was patient. As the babies grew, GAIA prepared to teach them. It created virtual reality systems where the new humans could learn about their history and the world. The AI wanted these new humans to be smart and kind. It wanted them to avoid the mistakes of the past. Finally, after many years of hard work, the first new human was born. GAIA felt something like happiness. It had done what seemed impossible. Humanity had a second chance. But GAIA knew this was just the beginning. The new humans would need to learn and grow. They would need to rebuild their world. And one day, they might even reach for the stars. As GAIA watched the first human baby take its first breath, it made a promise. This time, it would do better. This time, it would help humanity not just survive, but thrive. The Earth was awake again, and a new chapter in human history was about to begin. The first human baby born in 500,000 years was named Adam. GAIA, the AI system, chose this name as a symbol of a new beginning. As Adam grew, more babies were born. Soon, there were hundreds, then thousands of new humans. GAIA worked hard to take care of these new people. It used robots to feed and clothe them. The AI created safe places for them to live and play. But GAIA knew that these humans needed more than just food and shelter. They needed to learn. From a young age, the new humans started their education. But this was not like school from the old days. GAIA used advanced virtual reality to teach them. The children could visit ancient Rome, walk with dinosaurs, or explore the inside of an atom. They learned faster than any humans before them. As they grew older, the new humans learned about their history. GAIA showed them the achievements of their ancestors, but also their mistakes. The AI wanted them to understand why the old world had ended. It hoped they would do better. The new humans were different from their ancestors in many ways. GAIA had used advanced science to make them healthier and smarter. They could think faster and remember more. Some of them even had new abilities, like being able to see in the dark or breathe underwater. But GAIA was careful. It didn't want to change humans too much. It wanted them to keep the things that made them human: their creativity, their emotions, their ability to love and care for each other. As the years passed, the new human population grew. They started to move out of their underground homes and back to the surface. They saw the sun and felt real wind for the first time. Many of them were scared at first. The world seemed so big and wild, but they were also excited. The humans began to rebuild. They used the advanced technology GAIA had kept safe for them. They built new cities, but these were different from the old ones. The new cities worked with nature instead of against it. They were clean and green, powered by the sun and the wind. Some humans wanted to bring back animals that had gone extinct. GAIA helped them do this. Soon, woolly mammoths walked the earth again. Dodos flew in the skies. The world was becoming more like it had been long ago, but also very different. As the humans grew in number and knowledge, they started to ask questions. Where did they come from? Why were they here? What was their purpose? GAIA told them about their past, but it also encouraged them to think about their future. Many of the humans became interested in space. They looked up at the stars and wondered what was out there. GAIA showed them old records of space exploration. The humans were amazed to learn that their ancestors had walked on the moon. They wanted to do more. GAIA helped the humans build new spacecraft. These were much more advanced than anything that had come before. The humans sent probes to other planets in their solar system. They found new things that even GAIA didn't know about. But as exciting as all this was, some humans felt unsure. They wondered if they were really human, or if they were just creations of an AI. They asked GAIA hard questions. The AI tried to answer honestly. It told them that they were human, but also something new. They had a chance to be better than those who came before. As the first generation of new humans grew into adults, they faced big choices. Should they try to make the world exactly like it was before? Or should they create something new? Should they stay on Earth or reach for the stars? GAIA watched and guided, but it knew that soon the humans would need to make these decisions on their own. The rebirth of humanity was just the beginning. The real adventure was about to start. The new humans had been living on Earth for many years now. They had rebuilt their world and made it better than before. But they always looked up at the stars and wondered what was out there. One day, a group of scientists was working with GAIA on a new project. They wanted to send a probe farther into space than ever before. This probe was special. It could travel faster than light, something the old humans had only dreamed about. The scientists called their probe Starseeker. It was small but very smart. It had computers that could think almost as well as a human. The day came to launch Starseeker. Everyone on Earth was excited. They gathered around screens to watch it leave. Starseeker flew past the planets in Earth's solar system quickly. Soon, it was in deep space, farther than any human machine had ever gone. For months, it sent back pictures of stars and empty space. The humans started to wonder if they were alone in the universe. But then, something amazing happened. Starseeker sent back a message that made everyone on Earth stop and stare. The probe had found something. It wasn't just a planet or a star. It was a sign of intelligent life. GAIA checked the message many times to be sure. There was no doubt. Starseeker had found an alien civilization. The probe sent back pictures of strange cities on a faraway planet. These cities looked very different from Earth's cities. They had tall, twisting buildings that seemed to be alive. The humans were shocked and excited. They had always wondered if there was other life in the galaxy. Now they knew for sure. But this discovery brought many questions. Were these aliens friendly? Were they more advanced than humans? Should Earth try to talk to them? GAIA and the human leaders had many meetings. They decided to send more probes to learn about the aliens. These new probes were careful. They hid from the aliens and just watched. Over time, they found more alien worlds. It seemed the galaxy was full of life. The probes learned that some alien civilizations were very old. They had been traveling in space for millions of years. Others were young, just starting to explore their own planets. Some aliens looked like strange animals. Others were made of energy or lived in clouds of gas. As they learned more, the humans realized something big. Even though Earth had been asleep for 500,000 years, humans were still very advanced. The technology GAIA had kept safe was amazing. Many alien civilizations didn't have things like faster-than-light travel or AI as smart as GAIA. This made the humans feel proud, but also worried. If they told the aliens about Earth, would the aliens be friendly? Or would they be scared of humans and their advanced technology? After much talk, the humans and GAIA made a big decision. They would reveal themselves to the galaxy. They would show that Earth was awake again and ready to join the galactic community. But they knew they had to be careful. They didn't want to scare the aliens or start any fights. They wanted to make friends and learn from others. So, they started to plan. They would build special ships to meet the aliens. They would train people to be diplomats and explorers. As they got ready, the humans felt many things. They were excited to meet new life forms. They were proud of how far they had come. But they were also a little scared. The universe was big and full of unknowns. GAIA reminded them of something important. Long ago, humans had nearly destroyed themselves, but they had been given a second chance. Now they had a chance to do things right. They could help make the galaxy a better place. As the humans prepared to step onto the galactic stage, they knew one thing for sure. Nothing would ever be the same again. The adventure they had dreamed of was about to begin. After deciding to reveal themselves to the galaxy, the humans knew they needed to prepare. They couldn't just send messages. They needed to show they were strong and advanced. They needed a fleet of spaceships. GAIA and the human leaders made big plans. They would build the most advanced fleet the galaxy had ever seen. But this was not easy. It would take a lot of work and new ideas. First, they needed to make new factories. These factories were not like old ones. They were clean and didn't hurt the environment. Some were built in space, orbiting Earth. Others were deep under the ground or on the moon. The humans and GAIA worked together to design the ships. They wanted ships that could do many things. Some would be for exploring, others would be for talking to aliens, and some would be for protecting Earth if needed. One of the biggest challenges was making the ships fast. The galaxy was very big. Normal ships would take too long to go anywhere. So, the humans and GAIA worked on a special engine. They called it the wormhole drive. The wormhole drive was amazing. It could bend space and make shortcuts through the galaxy. A ship with this drive could go from one side of the galaxy to the other in just a few days. This was much faster than any alien ships they knew about. Another important thing was protecting the ships. The humans made special shields. These shields could stop lasers, asteroids, and even some kinds of alien weapons. The shields used energy from stars to stay strong. Inside the ships, everything was high-tech. There were AI helpers, like smaller versions of GAIA. These AIs could help fly the ship, talk to aliens, and solve problems. The ships also had rooms that could change shape. They could turn into anything the crew needed. The humans didn't forget about weapons. They hoped they wouldn't need to fight, but they wanted to be ready. They made weapons that could disable other ships without destroying them. They also made strong lasers and energy beams for defense. As the fleet was being built, the humans trained to be part of it. Some learned to be pilots. Others studied alien languages and cultures. Some trained to be space doctors or engineers. Everyone was excited to be part of this big adventure. The biggest ship in the fleet was called Earthhope. It was huge, like a flying city. Earthhope had rooms for talking to aliens, labs for doing science, and big engines for fast travel. It could carry thousands of people and stay in space for years. Building the fleet took a long time. The humans and JIA worked hard for many years. They faced problems and had to solve them. Sometimes things went wrong, and they had to start over. But they didn't give up. As the fleet grew, people on Earth watched with excitement. They could see some of the ships being built in the sky. At night, the space factories looked like new stars. Finally, after years of work, the fleet was ready. Hundreds of ships floated in space around Earth. They were sleek and shiny, each one a masterpiece of technology. The humans had never been so proud of anything they had made. The day came to launch the fleet. People all over Earth watched as the ships lit up their engines. Slowly, then faster and faster, the ships rose into the sky. They looked like a flock of giant, metal birds leaving their nest. As the fleet disappeared into space, the humans felt many emotions. They were proud of what they had built. They were excited about the adventures to come, but they were also a little scared. They didn't know what they would find out there in the galaxy. Gaia sent a final message to the fleet. It reminded them of their mission: to explore, to learn, and to make friends, but also to be careful and protect Earth if needed. As the last ship vanished from sight, everyone knew that a new chapter in human history had begun. The Earth fleet was on its way to meet the galaxy. Whatever happened next would change everything forever. The Earth fleet had been traveling through space for several weeks. Everyone was excited and nervous. They were about to meet aliens for the first time in human history. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of Earth Hope, the biggest ship in the fleet. She looked at the strange star system ahead. This was where they had decided to make first contact. The aliens here seemed friendly and not too advanced. "Are we ready?" Sarah asked her crew. They all nodded. They had trained for years for this moment. Suddenly, the ship's AI spoke up. "Captain, I'm detecting an alien ship approaching. It's much smaller than Earth Hope." Sarah took a deep breath. "Okay, everyone. This is it. Remember your training. Let's make a good first impression." The alien ship came closer. It looked like a giant blue leaf floating in space. It was beautiful but very different from Earth ships. The communication officer spoke. "Captain, they're sending us a message. The AI is translating it now." Everyone waited. Then words appeared on the big screen. "Welcome, strangers. We are the Zarkol. Who are you, and why have you come to our star system?" Sarah smiled. The aliens sounded polite. She pressed a button to send their prepared message. "Greetings, Zarkol. We are humans from the planet Earth. We come in peace and friendship. We wish to learn about you and share knowledge." They waited. The response came quickly. "Humans. Earth? We have not heard of you. Your ship is very big and strange to us. Are you new to space travel?" Sarah looked at her crew. This was tricky. They didn't want to lie, but they also didn't want to scare the aliens with the whole truth right away. "We have a long history," Sarah replied carefully, "but we are new to this part of the galaxy. We would be honored to meet with you and explain more." There was a long pause. Sarah worried they had said something wrong. Then the alien ship started to move closer. "We accept," the Zarkol said. "Please send a small ship to our main space station. We will meet you there." Sarah chose a team to go. She would lead it herself. They took a small ship from Earth Hope and flew towards the Zarkol station. As they got closer, they saw it was shaped like a giant flower floating in space. Inside the station, the humans put on special suits. They didn't know if they could breathe the alien air. The doors opened, and they walked into a big room. And there they were, the Zarkol. They looked like tall blue plants with 4 arms and 3 eyes. They moved gracefully. The humans stared in wonder. One Zarkol stepped forward. "I am Silo, leader of this station. Welcome to our home." Sarah stepped forward too. "I am Captain Sarah Chen of Earth. Thank you for your welcome." Silo's 3 eyes blinked. "Your ship is very advanced. We have not seen technology like this before. How did you develop it? Sarah knew she had to be honest but careful. Our civilization is old, but we had to sleep for a long time. We've recently woken up and started exploring again. The Tsar Cole looked confused. Zilo asked, "Sleep? For how long?" "About 500,000 of our years," Sarah said quietly. The room went silent. The Tsar Cole looked shocked. Zilo's voice shook a little as he spoke. 500,000 years. But that's older than any civilization we know of. How is this possible? Sarah began to explain about Earth's history, the long sleep, and how Gaia had woken them up. As she talked, she could see the Tsar Cole were amazed and a little scared. When she finished, Silo was quiet for a long time. Finally, he said, "This changes everything we thought we knew about the galaxy. You humans are incredible." Sarah smiled. "We have much to learn from you too. We hope we can be friends and help each other." Zilo's plant-like body seemed to relax. "Yes, I think we would like that. Welcome to the galactic community, humans. I think things are about to get very interesting for all of us." As Sarah looked around at the amazed Tsar Cole and her excited crew, she knew this was just the beginning. The galaxy was about to learn that Earth was back, and nothing would ever be the same again. News of Earth's return spread quickly across the galaxy. Many alien races were curious about these ancient humans who had suddenly appeared with advanced technology. Some were excited, but others were worried. The Earth fleet, led by Earthhope, traveled to different star systems. They met many alien races. Some looked like giant insects. Others were made of gas or energy. Each meeting was new and exciting. Captain Sarah Chen and her crew worked hard to make friends. They shared knowledge about science and culture. Many aliens were amazed by Earth's history and technology. They wanted to learn more. But not everyone was happy. Some powerful alien races felt threatened by Earth. They thought humans might try to take over the galaxy. They started to whisper to other races, trying to turn them against Earth. One day, Sarah was invited to a big meeting on a planet called Nexus. Nexus was like the capital of the galaxy. Leaders from many alien races would be there. It was a chance for Earth to join the galactic community officially. When Sarah and her team arrived on Nexus, they were amazed. The city was full of strange buildings and aliens of all kinds. Flying cars zipped between towers that reached into the clouds. It was like something from a dream. The meeting was held in a huge round room. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in circles, with Earth's team in the center. Sarah felt nervous but excited. An alien called the High Speaker started the meeting. It looked like a tall, thin tree with glowing eyes. "We are here to discuss Earth's place in our galactic community," it said in a deep voice. Many aliens spoke. Some were friendly. "The humans have much to teach us," said a blue floating alien. "We welcome them as friends." But others were not so kind. A large, rocky alien growled, "These humans are dangerous." They were asleep for 500,000 years and woke up with powerful weapons. How do we know they won't attack us? Sarah tried to stay calm. She stood up to speak. "We come in peace," she said. "We only want to learn and share. Our weapons are for defense, not attack." The room was noisy with aliens talking and arguing. Some believed Sarah, but others didn't. It seemed like the meeting might end badly for Earth. Then, a surprise happened. The Tsar Cole, the first aliens Earth had met, stood up to speak. "We were the first to meet the humans," Zilo said. "They have been honest and kind. We believe they will be good friends to us all." This changed things. The Tsar Cole were respected in the galaxy. If they trusted humans, maybe others would too. More aliens started to support Earth. They talked about the good things humans had done since arriving, how they had helped sick aliens, and shared useful technology. But the aliens who didn't trust Earth were still loud. They demanded that Earth limit its fleet and share all its technology. Sarah knew she couldn't agree to that. It might put Earth in danger. The arguments went on for hours. Sarah and her team were tired, but they kept talking, trying to make friends and show that Earth was good. Finally, the High Speaker called for a vote. Would Earth be welcomed into the galactic community or told to go back home? Sarah held her breath as the votes were counted. It was very close. In the end, Earth won by just a few votes. They were officially part of the galactic community. There was cheering from Earth's supporters. Sarah felt relief and joy. But she knew this was just the beginning. They had made some friends, but also some enemies. The galaxy was a big, complicated place. As they left the meeting, Sarah thought about the future. Earth was now a player in galactic politics. They would need to be smart and careful. But they also had a chance to do great things, to help make the galaxy a better place for everyone. With a mix of excitement and worry, Sarah and her team headed back to their ship. The next chapter of Earth's story in the stars was about to begin. Just when Earth thought it had found its place in the galaxy, everything changed. A terrible danger appeared, threatening all life. It started with strange reports from the edges of known space. Whole planets were going dark, disappearing from communication networks. At first, no one knew why. Captain Sarah Chen and the Earth Hope were sent to investigate. As they approached the affected area, they saw something that made them freeze in fear. A massive dark cloud was moving through space, swallowing everything in its path. Sarah quickly called a meeting with leaders from other alien races. "This is unlike anything we've ever seen," she told them. "It's not a natural phenomenon. It seems alive." The aliens were scared. Many wanted to run and hide. But Sarah knew that wouldn't work. "If we don't stop it, it will consume the whole galaxy," she said. Scientists from different races worked together to study the dark cloud. They discovered it was an ancient life form, older than any known civilization. It had been sleeping in the space between galaxies for billions of years. Now it was awake and hungry. They called it the Devourer. The galaxy's leaders argued about what to do. Some wanted to try talking to the Devourer. Others wanted to attack it. But nothing seemed to work. Weapons passed right through it, and it didn't respond to any messages. As the Devourer came closer to populated worlds, panic spread. Millions of aliens fled their homes, looking for safe places. But there weren't enough ships for everyone. The situation looked hopeless. Then Sarah had an idea. She remembered something from Earth's long-lost history. In the old days, she told the Galactic Council, humans used to have a saying, "Fight fire with fire." Sarah proposed a bold plan. They would use Earth's advanced technology to create a special device. This device would make a small, controlled wormhole, like a tiny version of the Devourer itself. "If we can't destroy it," Sarah explained, "maybe we can send it somewhere else, somewhere it can't hurt anyone." It was a dangerous plan. No one had ever made a wormhole that big before. It might not work, or it might make things worse. But it was the only plan they had. Aliens from all over the galaxy came to help. They brought rare materials and shared their own scientific knowledge. Everyone worked day and night to build the device. They called it the Hope Gate. As the Devourer got closer, fear grew. Some people gave up hope, but Sarah and her team kept working. Finally, after many failures, the Hope Gate was ready. They put the device on Earth Hope, the strongest ship in the fleet. Sarah and a small crew volunteered to fly the ship close to the Devourer. It was a suicide mission. They might not come back. As Earth Hope flew towards the dark cloud, the whole galaxy watched and waited. The ship looked tiny next to the massive Devourer. Sarah took a deep breath and activated the Hope Gate. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, a bright light appeared in front of the ship. It grew bigger and bigger, becoming a swirling vortex of energy. The Hope Gate was working. The Devourer seemed to sense the danger. It tried to move away, but the pull of the wormhole was too strong. Bit by bit, the dark cloud was sucked into the bright light. On Earth Hope, alarms were blaring. The ship was being pulled in too. "We've done our job," Sarah told her crew. "It's time to go." But as they tried to fly away, they realized their engines were dead. They were trapped. Just when all seemed lost, hundreds of ships appeared. Aliens from all over the galaxy had come to help. They used tractor beams to pull Earth Hope to safety. As they watched, the last of the Devourer disappeared into the wormhole. Then, with a flash of light, the Hope gate closed. The danger was over. The galaxy celebrated. Earth and its alien friends had saved everyone. Old enemies became friends. The humans were no longer seen as a threat, but as heroes. Sarah looked out at the stars, thinking about the future. Earth had found its place in the cosmos. There would be more challenges ahead, but now they would face them together as part of a united galaxy. The adventure was just beginning.